son Matthew did not look like a winner. He was rather uncoordinated and wore braces from the age of 13 until the day he died. However, in his all too brief life, he proved that he was a winner. On October 6th, 1998, my son tried to show the world that he could win again. On October 12th, 1998, my firstborn son and my hero lost 50 days before his 22nd birthday. I keep wondering the same thing that I did when I first saw him in the hospital. What would he have become? How could he have changed his piece of the world to make it better? Matt officially died in a hospital in Fort Collins, Colorado. He actually died on the outskirts of Laramie, tied to a fence. You, Mr. McKinney, and your friend, Mr. Henderson, left him out there by himself. But he wasn't alone. There were his lifelong friends with him, friends that he had grown up with. You're probably wondering who these friends were. First, he had the beautiful night sky, and the same stars and moon that we used to see through a telescope. And then he had the daylight and the sun to shine on him. And through it all, he was breathing in the scent of pine trees from the snowy range. He felt the wind, the ever-present Wyoming wind, for the last time. He had one more friend with him. He had God. And I feel better knowing that he wasn't alone. Matt's beating, hospitalization, and funeral focused worldwide attention on hate. Good is coming out of evil. People have said enough is enough. I miss my son, but I am proud to be able to say that he is my son. Judy has been quoted as being against the death penalty. It has been stated that Matt was against the death penalty. Both of these statements are wrong. Matt believed that there were crimes and incidents that justified the death penalty. I too believe in the death penalty. I would like nothing better than to see you die. However, this is the time to begin the healing process. To show mercy to someone who refused to show any mercy. Mr. McKinney, I grant you life, as hard as it is for me to do so because of Matthew. Every time you celebrate Christmas, a birthday, the 4th of July, remember that Matt isn't. Every time you wake up in your prison cell, remember that you had the opportunity and the ability to stop your actions that night. You robbed me of something very precious, and I will never forgive you for that. Mr. McKinney, I give you life in the memory of one who no longer lives. May you have a long life, and may you thank Matthew every day for it.
Me and Debris hugged and cried, and everybody had tears in their eyes, and you're just so thankful, you know? And Mr. Shepard was crying, and that got me bawling, and everybody.
This is all we've lived and breathed for a year, daily. This has been my case daily, and now it's over.
Maybe now we can go on and we can quit being stuck, you know?
It just hit me today. The minute that I got out of the courthouse, that the reason God wanted me to find him is for he didn't have to die there alone, you know? And if I wouldn't have came along, they wouldn't have found him for a couple of weeks at least. So it makes me feel really good that he didn't have to die there alone.
I'm just glad it's over. Really, I am. Testifying in that trial is one of the hardest things I've ever done. And don't get me wrong, I love the stage. I really do. I love it. But it's tricky because basically what you have is lawyers questioning you from this angle. But the answers need to be funneling over to where the jury is. So what you have to do is establish a funneling system. And that's hard for me because I'm a natural conversationalist. So it's just natural instinct that when someone asks you a question, you look at that person to make eye contact. But I was able to do this several times over the course of my testimony.
On our last trip, I had the good fortune of seeing Jedediah Schultz play the role of Pryor in Angels in America. After the performance, we spoke.
I didn't for the longest time let myself become personally involved in the Matthew Shepard thing. It didn't seem real. It just seemed way blown out of proportion. You know, Matthew Shepard was just a name instead of an individual. I don't know. It's weird, man. It's so weird. I just feel bad. Just for all the stuff I took, for the person I used to be. That's why I wanted to hear those interviews from last year. I don't know. I just can't believe that I ever said that stuff about homosexuals, you know? How did I ever let myself think that that made you any different from me?
This is Romaine Patterson.
Well,